So
I stand very little chance with this, I fear. Right, what's the insurance situation here? With that in mind, let's get on Harley. Right, Harley Davidson, we're stepping back in time again. What year was this one, sorry?
1915.
1915. Goodness me, over 100 again. 1000 cc V twin. Doesn't look anything like a Harley, but quite heavy, you say, Ian?
It's quite heavy. The steering is very...
Yep. Yeah. All right.
So
don't corner then.
if you corner at speed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's much better at higher speed than it is at lower speed.
Okay, I think that'll probably be me anyway. Right, what do we need to know?
Don't know why this hasn't got the foot kickstart on it like the Sunbeam has.
Right.
So what we need to do with this is fold the football track.
Yes.
Which is fine so long as you don't put it in gear.
Yeah.
Because if you want to stop, you can't.
Because there's no oh gosh, right, okay, safe.
Same with the football this side.
Okay.
Just operate that so that you've got no clutch, no foot brake now.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So on this particular type of carburetor we've got an enriching device, choke if you like.
Yep.
So just do that for starting purposes. Once it's running we'll flick that round and it'll run
Okay.
on without the choke there.
Okay.
We've got 3 speeds on the gear lever again, so we're in a neutral position.
Yep.
Low, second and high.
Yeah.
Okay. So all we've got to do now is get on it. Now we've got a conventional throttle on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Ish. And on this side we've got your advance and retard mechanism for the ignition.
Okay.
If you wind it all the way in, it gives you a decompressor.
Okay. Right.
So once it's running,
You wind that off.
rotate that to advance it and control it on the throttle.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll go.
Wow. Choke in. Boards out.
So when you want it to go.
So that's the clutch.
That's the clutch.
Yep.
Now selected gear.
Yeah.
And then we can either use our foot
Yep.
or the
Right. Okay.
I prefer to use that because this has got a habit of just falling off.
Okay.
Yeah. You control it better in the hand.
Okay.
On hand.
And the brake is on that foot, yeah? Okay.
Quite good.
Glad to hear it. Oh boy, here we go. Right, I'm on, thank you. So, yeah, and then away with that. Okay. Okay, we're off. Right, ready with that brake. This tiller control feels bizarre. Oh, this feels nasty. Brake's quite good, I'm glad to say. I think we'll just stick in that car park for this, because this steering is all over the place. Oh wow, I'll never accuse a modern day Harley of being hard to ride again. The seat has got this amazing suspension on it. But yeah, this is tricky again. It's amazing how just, what is this, 8 years older than the previous Sunbeam, and this feels tricky. Yeah, we'll just take it easy around here, I think, on this one. Yeah, I'm glad to say the brake is quite good. Dare I go up the road? Yeah, let's give it a go. Feeling brave. Not that brave though, I'm going to go straight back into that arena. This thing sounds brilliant. Well, you really needed your wits about you to drive these things. Quite a comfortable riding position though, you can sit right back on it. Once you're trundling along it's fine, but if anything happens suddenly, then you're in trouble. Yeah, brave guys these early motorcyclists. Bit of a grin at the camera there for Patrick. Alright, one more lap and I think we've had quite enough of that. Have I done a left turn? Sorry, a right turn. I've done plenty of left turns. Let's try a right turn. Yeah, just as ponderous. Let's go back down the other road. Let's hope that van's not going where I want to go. There we go. Brilliant fun. Dared to go one-handed, how about that? Alright. Off with the throttle then. Back with the clutch. Into neutral. We come to a stop. Cool. Right, my leg's burning. She gets warm, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Goodness me.
The airflow over it. So, yeah.
That steering is something else, isn't it?
It is, yeah. If you're on a barge or something like that.
Yeah. I love the seat though.
Yeah.
It's comfortable, isn't it?
Big open roads. On the,
Yeah, big straight.
yeah.
Be fine, but on a dirt track.
American stuff, you know, they don't like cornering. So.
No, no, indeed. Great fun though. Thanks again. All right, if you grab hold of that, then I'll jump off. Got her?
Yep.
Oh, lovely, fantastic.
So,
All right, we're going to go and have a look at Ian's baby now, which is I can't resist. I know it's a motorcycle channel, but I love anything that moves of its own accord. So here we go, under here.
so under here.
Oh, hang on. Far away. What are we looking at?
Well, that's a different car, but under here.
Yep. How many cylinders are we talking here then?
V12.
Yep.
22.4 litre.
Hang on a second. 22.4 litres.
22.4 litre, yeah. And the car's got two of them.
Incredible. And what car are we talking about?
This is the 1,000 horsepower Sunbeam. Henry Seagrave's record-breaking car, the first car to do 200 mile an hour.
Look at the size of that thing.
So this is a boat.
Yep.
Built by Sunbeam at the time, called Maple Leaf.
And he came
Right,
back.
sorry about that, folks. Battery ran out. Sorry, Ian. Right, where were you? Right, we were talking about boat. 4 of these in.
Yeah, we were talking about Maple Leaf
Yep.
7, which
Yep.
was built on the Isle of Wight, actually, by Saunders Row. And Sunbeam, because at the end of the First World War, couldn't sell aero engines. Nobody wanted them. There was a glut of them.
Wow. Yeah.
The airship industry died at the same time, so
Yep.
they would have used engines like this in airships. But because there was no airship industry, there was no market for them. So they went powerboat racing, and they built this boat, Maple Leaf 7, took it out to Detroit.
Yep.
To compete in what was called the Harmsworth Trophy
Yep.
with other, you know, high-powered boats like Miss America and people like that, Garwoods. But unfortunately, when they unloaded the boat, they dropped it, which cracked its hull.
So that was that.
Well, they patched it together and thought they'd do some test runs on it, and they took it out on the water and did some test runs, brought it back to the jetty where it promptly sank. So these 4 engines have been to the bottom of the Detroit harbour.
Right.
They dragged it up, brought it home, took the engines out. They kicked around the Sunbeam factory for a few years until the 1,000 horsepower Sunbeam project
Right.
came out. So they used 2 of these engines out of the boat
Yep.
for the car.
So this is actually one of those ones that's been in the bottom of the harbour.
It is.
Well, it's not too bad for it, is it?
So no, but so they used 2 of the engines, and because they got used in the car, these are the only 2 engines that survive of the 19 that were built.
Wow.
So and if you look on the front crankcase there, it's even dated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
28th of January 1918.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and it took the record in 27.
Right.
So it shows how long they've been hanging around, you know. So
So you're getting this back to running standard?
getting it back to running standard.
And what's the plan?
The plan is actually, the main plan is to preserve the car and
Yes.
look after it.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been sat around for years on end, they've corroded, they've seized up, and we can't leave them to deteriorate any more. So we've pulled the engines out, stripped them, or stripped this one initially,
Yeah.
cleaned it all up. We've done all the new white metaling on it. We've been very grateful for outside people that have given us time and resources.
Yeah. Do
For-
blueprints exist of these sort of engines?
No blueprints.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
And if you look at this picture here of the 350 Sunbeam, which is pretty similar to this engine,
Wow.
as you can see,
Complicated.
yeah. But this engine's got an extra camshaft on each side.
Right.
But it's basically the same construction. Crank with white metal bearings, com rods.
Wow.
We had an
at
issue
that.
with the 350, so which we've now rectified. New rods, new pistons, new valve springs, new water jackets, new sleeves. So
how long do you reckon it's going to take you to get it back up to operational standards?
well, this engine should be running either by the end of the year or beginning of next year.
Wow. You ain't got long then, have you?
So we haven't got long, no. And the whole plan is not only to preserve the car, but we want to take it back to Daytona, where it took the record,
Yeah.
in 2027, and we're going to run it up and down the beach.
Wow. That'd be something else, wouldn't it?
And we've done the same with the 350 down at Pendine,
Yeah.
and in fact we're taking the 350 down at Pendine next year for its centenary of when it took the record.
Who gets to drive it?
Well, I'm surprised. I suppose I'll have to do it.
It's a tough job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody has to do it. Okay, look at this.
So this is the Sunbeam. These are the subframes for the engines.
Yep.
So one engine sits in the back, which is the engine we've got in the workshop.
Yep.
And the front engine, which is over here,
So here's one we built earlier.
this one's complete, but not functional, you know. And that's the reason we took it apart.
Wow. Yes, that's got a little bit of corrosion going on,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
And as I said, there's a timing gear arrangement as well, with an extra camshaft on each side.
The chassis is quite something, isn't it?
It's pretty robust.
The size of those wheels as well.
Picture of the car as it's hurtling down the beach. Yeah, wheels are an issue because they only built a set of tyres for it to do the run, so the tyres are no longer available.
Yeah, and this was 200 miles an hour.
200 mile an hour.
So presumably they're pretty special tyres to manage those sort of speeds.
Very special tyres. They were guaranteed for 3.5 minutes by Dunlop.
Really? So
But-
is that just enough for one run?
One run, yeah. So they changed it at the end of the run.
And then another one. Because presumably they still had to do 2 measured
They did.
runs, did they? Right.
Yep.
So it's a real scramble to change the tyres over.
Yeah.
Is there a time limit within which you have to do the run?
It was an hour.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
right, still.
So refuel it,
Yeah.
replenish all the oils,
Yeah.
change the tyres, fire it up, and off you go again.
What a beast! How long is this? Do you know?
It's 27 feet long,
And what was the weight of it?
about 3.5 tonne.
Which actually, considering the size of those engines
Yeah.
and just the sheer size of the car, it's quite remarkable, isn't it?
The engines are 500 kilos each,
Wow.
and then you've got a gearbox in the middle.
Yeah, I don't suppose that was lightweight.
No, that's about 200 kilos. You know, so 3-speed with a reverse. So
Suspension's fairly rudimentary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's-
Not
it's
that you
a-
need too much, I guess.
leaf spring suspension, Andre Hartford shock absorbers again. So, I mean, the car was built, went out to Daytona. It did several runs, so it's probably done about 50 miles in total.
And how long have you had the car in the museum?
It's been in here since this
58.
Yeah, late 50s, early 60s.
Okay,
yeah.
so a fair part, chunk of its life then.
Yeah, basically.
It's been here.
Yeah.
Okay, great stuff.
So,
Real well, best of luck with the restoration.
Yeah.
Look forward to hearing about the run.
well, yeah, we will endeavour to get it there on time, basically.
All right, another land speed record holder then. Ian, what are we looking at here?
So this is the 350 horsepower Sunbeam,
Yep.
built by Sunbeam as basically a test bed and a sprint car. So it
Yep.
holds several records or multiple records at Brooklands, and it took the last land speed record on a closed circuit at Brooklands in 1922.
And what sort of speeds are we talking?
That was 127 mile an hour.
100 no, it's 100, this one.
Yeah.
So it's 133 in
33,
33,
that's right,
then
yeah.
144, and then 150.
Yeah.
And what's the engine in here?
This is a Sunbeam engine. It's a one-off Sunbeam engine.
And is this a 12-cylinder as well?
V12,
Yep.
18.3 litre. And once Sunbeam had finished with it, Malcolm Campbell kept pestering Sunbeam to sell it to him,
Yeah.
which they eventually did. So then Campbell rebodied it, and then
I tell you what, hold that and keep talking. I'll look around at while you're talking. Carry
Okay.
on, carry on.
So Campbell rebodied it, put it in some wind tunnels at Bolton Pool to increase its aerodynamics, and then he took it back down to Pendine and got the land speed record at 147 mile an hour in 1924.
Right.
And we're taking it back down to Pendine next year for the centenary of that. And then it took the 150 mile an hour record in 1925.
Not an awful lot of aerodynamics on this one.
No, but a little bit with the tail. I mean, once Campbell had... Because it's got a really stubby tail underneath there, which is the
Yeah.
original Sunbeam tail. But they did so an aerodynamic work on it and extended the tail. It should have an under tray on it as well, but that's not on there at the moment. But so I mean,
So the underside would have been fairly flat as well?
it was a rounded under tray, just
Yeah.
stop all the air going up underneath, creating drag basically.
Right. What's
So
this rudimentary control on the side?
well, that's your handbrake.
That's incredible, isn't it?
But you see, even that's aerodynamic. You see the bit
Yeah,
on
it's got
here,
a bit of, just
and
a
that's
bit of drag.
That's original. That is, yeah.
Wow.
So we took this up to the Shuttleworth collection this weekend just gone,
Lovely, yeah.
and we ran it up and down the runway there.
They haven't got a very big runway there, have they? It's a small runway at the
It's quite a small runway, and it's quite bumpy,
Yeah, exactly.
as I found out.
What sort of speed would you have got that up to, do you know?
Not very fast, only about 50, 60 mile an
I
hour.
imagine they were a bit like those bikes, that's well enough when you're in there.
It is, because it was bouncing all over the place, you know, so yeah.
Well, I can't pass this area without just mentioning you've got what appears to be an orange at the back there.
Yeah,
But never mind
yeah.
that. It's only flipping chitty bang bang.
Yeah, we have Chitty, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Does it fly? No, just I couldn't resist. I do apologise.
Of course it does,
Ridiculous question.
Yeah, yeah.
That's quite a thing as well. I assume that was just built for the film, was it?
Yeah, they actually built 6 for the film. So,
Yeah. So there's a few of these knocking around in car museums.
Well, most of them are abroad,
Are they?
but we're lucky to have this one here.
Real. Well, met some of my heroes today. Well, brilliant. Well, hope you enjoyed that video, folks. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It might even be videos, I don't know. Thank you so much, guys, for letting me come on down.
Pleasure.
Thank you for making the weather good as well. And look forward to speaking again soon. Until then, this has been Listen and Fly. Cheerio.